on your screen until the end of our expo. We are gonna say something new to you.
O negócio de vocês. Além de tudo isso que vocês viram até agora, a gente vai ter ainda o Mastermind do Geraldo Rufino. Nós vamos ter mais diamantes aqui, passando um pouquinho da mensagem, da crença para vocês. A gente sabe que o nosso negócio é composto de quê, gente? De crença, de propósito e de causa. Então a gente precisa muito disso. Junés nasceu baseado nisso, baseado em propósito, causa. Junés nasceu para ajudar as pessoas e, através do Junés Kids, ajudar as crianças pelo mundo. Falando em ajudar as crianças pelo mundo, não deixem de comprar aí o livro de Randy Ray, que conta a história de vida dele, que vocês vão entender o porquê também Junés existe e porquê a gente ajuda tantas crianças ao redor do mundo. E, turma, não desgrudem o olho da tela. Por quê? Porque nós vamos ter muita coisa importante para acontecer aqui hoje. E uma delas pode mudar o negócio de vocês. Mas quem vai falar aqui na frente, quem vai contar o que é, não vai ser eu, vai ser um diamante. Vai vir aqui para frente e vai contar o que é. Mas enquanto isso, dando continuidade ao nosso evento, e eu falo para vocês, né, que as pessoas, eu disse aqui que as pessoas só podem te guiar pelos caminhos que já percorreram. E eu queria agora convidar uma pessoa muito especial para falar aqui para vocês, o nosso triplo diamante, o Danien. Vem cá passar uma mensagem para vocês sobre o que tem que fazer para ter sucesso no negócio. Vamos lá, Danien.
Hello, everybody. I'm so excited. I hope you can hear me fine. I really hope that everything works with the connection, because it did stuck a little bit before. If not, please give me a sign. I'm really so pumped to be with you tonight, because I know that the opportunity that we have together here today to speak about your future with Junés, about reaching your dreams with Junés, it's a really big one. And I'm not taking this
Hey, Danien, yes, we can see you, we can hear you.
Okay, so it's just stuck on my screen. Okay, I'm so sorry. Okay, guys, let me get started. So when I saw this network marketing opportunity for the very first time, I was just 18 years old. I was still in school, and I saw advertising for work from home business opportunity. You know, growing up, I didn't grow up with a rich background. In fact, at my house, I have two sisters, and my parents, they were very young when I was growing up, and we didn't have a lot of money. So I've never been in a hotel. I've never been in a restaurant. I remember we would take the bicycle to go to the supermarket when we purchase the milk and the flour and the stuff that we need for the house in order to save the petrol. So you can imagine, when I was young, I always had big dreams in order to one day be successful and to make more money, but also to become an entrepreneur and design my own life, and to have a chance to build my own business, and to have a chance to travel and all these things. And when I saw network marketing, I remember how fascinated I was from that opportunity to be able to not only sell products, but also build a team, to have a chance to build something with impact that will grow, and that will give me the opportunity to share just a little tiny piece of all that success that is going to be created in this business. And of course, as probably most of you, when I got started, things was very difficult in the beginning. It wasn't like I expected. I actually thought everybody would jump right in it. I thought everybody would get started. I'd sign up 100 people the first week, but then of course that didn't happen. Most people were very skeptical. You know, a lot of people had a lot of questions and a lot of doubts, and I was very confused, because I was this person so grateful for an opportunity like that, but then I encountered difficulties. But the good news is, guys, that over time, as you're in this business, as you're in this industry, what is going to happen is you're going to get better. You're going to learn what to say. You're going to learn how to answer the objections. In fact, the questions that people have are usually always the same. It's usually the same questions. I found it's all over the world. It doesn't matter if you're in Brazil, or if you're in Germany, or if you're in the United States, the questions are the same. People ask, is this a pyramid scheme, right? Or they ask, do I have to sell anything? I can't sell. Or they will say, oh, I don't know anybody, or I don't have time, or I don't have money. And that's already about it. There's maybe a few more, but that's it. So at the end of the day, it's not rocket science. But it's funny, in the beginning, I would call up people, and then when they asked me a simple question such as, so, okay, tell me, what is it about? I got very nervous when I got this question, and I didn't know what to answer. And at some point, I realized, wait a minute, that doesn't make any sense. I'm making the phone call, and I want to talk about the opportunity with them, and then they ask me what it's about, and I don't know what to say. So I figured I got to get prepared. Like, I have to write down the answers. I need to be prepared. I need to know what to say when those questions arise. And over time, I got more secure. I learned what to say. I learned that energy is very, very important. I learned that even if you're on the phone, I mean, now we're on Zoom and we see each other, but even if you're on the phone sometimes, or you make even like a voice message or something, it matters if you smile while you do it. You can hear it in the voice. So all of these little details, and eventually I figured out how to sell product. In fact, that was the first thing I did. Selling products was something that was much easier than expected, because a lot of people want to try the products. A lot of people want to, lose weight, be more healthy, be more fit, look better. That's something that came very natural. But then also over time, I realized how to sponsor, how to get people into the business. And that's obviously something that is very, very important as well. As you want to grow a business, you need to also build a downline. And I always say, people with big dreams have big teams. So ultimately, you need to learn how to recruit, how to sponsor, how to prospect, and also how to show the presentation. I think this is something that too many people, they rely on their upline, on the videos, on the system to do everything. And obviously that is super great to have that. But the sooner you can become an independent distributor and not a dependent distributor, the better it is, right? So I think once you start to become independent, to be able to show the plan, to map out the presentation for people, you have a chance to produce results 24/7. And that's a very, very important point. In this business, you're going to get paid for results. You're going to get paid to get it done, not just to talk about it, not just to be excited about it, but effectively in the end to produce the volume, because this is a business that is performance based. So you need to create the skill set that will allow you to do that. Now, obviously, as with every single business out there in the world, it is something that is challenging. It's challenging to learn. It's challenging to grow. You will also face a lot of encounters, a lot of people that will maybe make fun of you, or they will not support you, or they will try to put you down or stop you. But your dream needs to be bigger than that. And the same thing happened for me. I remember a lot of obstacles that I had in the beginning. My parents, for example, they were very skeptical about this business. And they always had this dream that one day I would be a very, very smart mathematician, that I will go, study and do something like that, get diploma and everything. But I fell in love with network marketing. So for me, it was a completely different path. Also later on, when I studied, I was accepted at the Hawaiian Pacific University in Honolulu. So I was supposed to study in Hawaii with my friends. Can you imagine? What a dream. Like, as a German guy, to go to Hawaii for 6 months, it would have been a dream. But the problem was that I would have not had the same opportunity to build my business, because we didn't have Zoom, we didn't have internet as we have today, everything that was before. So I would have lost my business. So I had to be willing to make the sacrifice. And this is something that's also very important. See, when you have big dreams, you need to ask yourself, are you ready to pay the price? Now, paying the price in terms of working every single day. It's not that every single day is just fun. In fact, the truth is, building this business is a lot of fun, but sometimes I had many, many days where I got up and I didn't feel like doing it. I didn't feel like driving hundreds of kilometers by car. I didn't feel like making 12 presentations today. I didn't feel like pushing through when I got tired. I didn't feel like, dealing with challenges, dealing with problems. It's not always what you want to do. It's always easier to just do nothing, right? To relax, to chill, to watch Netflix. But the truth is, it doesn't make you happy. And once you realize that building your business will create progress in your life, for me at least, it's very true what Tony Robbins says, that progress equals happiness. And as you are realizing your vision, and also as you're realizing the impact you have on others, it's something that is very, very gratifying, and it's something that you can get addicted to. And I think that's maybe not even such a bad advice, because when you want to go very, very successful, it is not a single action that will help you do that. See, many people ask me the question, okay, Danien, what do I have to do to be a triple diamond, right? That was also the question. How do you become a triple diamond? What do I have to do? And I think the first answer is there's really nothing you can do to go triple diamond. It's not, because what you do, the action that you do, it's a singular thing. It's something you do once, or you do twice, or you do even 100 times, but it's not enough. What we need is not an action. What we need is a habit. It's a habit that will create success. A habit, it's an action that's being repeated over time. But I think there is an even more intense level to it. And an habit can lead to, call it an addiction, a positive one, right? There's addiction that can destroy your life, which is very negative. But there's also, you can get addicted to helping people, right? You can get addicted to build your business. Steve Jobs used the word to be obsessed about building your business, to be obsessed about becoming successful, is what Eric Thomas says. And it's something that will absolutely cut you off from every other opportunity. And I think ultimately, reaching such a high position, such a high rank, you just have to be more hungry than everybody around you. You have to be more hungry, more obsessed with the business, more obsessed with success, in order to just persevere, think bigger, do more, and ultimately achieve those results. Now, when I look at the development of a person in this business, there's multiple stages. In the beginning, it's really an emotional roller coaster. The very beginning, usually people deal with rejection. Usually people deal with overexcitement on one day. Like right now, there's this call. Oh my God, this is amazing. We have this expo going on, all these amazing speakers. You know, everything's amazing. But how about 3 days from now, when you're by yourself showing the plan and then somebody says no? How's your presentation going to be? You see, it's easy to be excited when you just signed up somebody. But how is your presentation going to be after 10 people told you no? How is the 11th presentation going to be? That's the question. Are you still going to be just as excited? I remember so many times I had meetings, I had big expectation for the meeting. A lot of people said they would be there, and I ended up sitting in front of 2 people that were a little bit interested. But yet I tried to do the best presentation I've ever done, just because, worst case, I would learn how to get better. I would learn how to manage my energy better. I would learn how to be more excited. I would learn how to say it better. I don't know. So in the beginning, you need to get your emotion under control. But more than that, emotion needs to be your friend. You need to create the emotion, not to let yourself be distracted by it. Like, for example, if you have your best friend not joining the business, right? A lot of us get super depressed and super negative because of it. But it's not really the problem that your best friend didn't sign up. If you ask every diamond in the company and you tell them what happened, they'll say, don't worry about it. It's not a problem. Like, it doesn't matter. Maybe he'll join later, right? Maybe he'll never join. It really doesn't matter. The problem is not what happened. The problem is if you, because of that, don't take action for the next 5 days because now you're in a bad mood, right? So to snap back and to keep that emotion under control, to use that emotion to grow, this is really, I think, the beginning challenge. Not to get emotionally involved into the result as well, but to just focus on getting better. Now, which leads me to the next point, getting better, getting the skills. You need to really study this industry. You need to plug into the system of your uplines. You need to try to spend as much time as you can with the people around you that are teaching you, that are training you, in order to absorb this profession, this industry, this culture. You know, every single business has its own language, and so has network marketing. And I feel that you need a year, if you've never done it before, you need a year to get those basics down. And once you do, once you learn how to identify people, how to prospect, you know, how to present, how to follow up, how to close, how to help a new distributor start it, you know, how to work with the back office, what do the products do, how to sell them, how to use the website, all these things. Once you do that, Then it's about your personal performance. Now, this is something that I want to speak about as well, because this has been an amazing tool for me in order to really grow dramatically. And this hasn't been the first time in my career in network marketing. Now, becoming triple diamond, I think it was March and April this year, is just one example of what I call a 90-day run. When I look back those last 10, 11 years of building this team, there has been 3 or 4 times where yeah, how to say, I decided in purpose, like purposely, I decided this is going to be a run period. Because sometimes, people ask, what is it? Is it a marathon or is it a sprint? And I personally think network marketing is built for the long game, especially with an amazing company such as Jeunesse, with incredible products, industry-leading organization. Of course, this must be the long game. This must be the long-term vision. I'm curious to see what Jeunesse is going to look like in 20 years from now, right? It's not just about next month. It's about 20 years from now and the legacy we can build together. So it's definitely a marathon. But then in between, you need to have sprints in order to inspire your team, in order to get this whole ship moving, in order to create that momentum that we also desperately want. And I feel if you take a period of time, for example, it could be the end of this year. Now we have November and December. Guys, less than 60 days for this year of 2020 to be over. Isn't that crazy? I remember for years we were talking about 2020 and how big it's going to be and how great it's going to be and what we're going to do. And certainly this year turned out different than all of us expected. But my question is, has it been your best year yet? Now, gratefully, I can say for me, it has been my best year yet. But I'm not finished. I'm not done with 2020. And I hope you're not. 2020, November, December is your opportunity to really play full out. And if you feel like me, that that's what you want to do, then here's my advice. Clear your calendar. Clear your schedule. Talk to the people that are important to you in your life and tell them, hey, listen, I love you, but in the next 60 days, I got to do something very, very important in my business and I need your support. I need your support to give me the space to be able to do that. And then you want to talk to your team and see who's in. And then really try to fill your day with productive activity only, which is usually talking to people, especially new people, about the products, talking to new people about the business. You see, the great thing about this business is that it's, when you get confused sometimes, that's usually because you make it too complicated. If you keep it simple, there's really only 2 things you can do. You can win a new customer or you can win a new distributor, right? You can get a new customer or you can get a new distributor. And if you feel bad in this business, all you have to do is win a new customer or win a new distributor. If you don't know what to do now, here's my advice. Get 1 new customer or get 1 new distributor and you'll feel better. And then create with your team the energy and the environment for them to be able to do the same. And then create a campaign around it. Be excited, put energy, put passion, and a lot of things become possible. I have experienced for myself many, many times that ridiculous growth numbers, and I don't want to overpromise here, this is not going to happen for every single one, but I have personally experienced growth of more than 400% in less than 60 days, just like that. Why? Because if you really put your head to the game, if you really do nothing but productive building, like it's interesting. Once you start doing this, you will find how you start distracting yourself. It's amazing. Like, for example, you do phone calls or Zoom calls, you talk to people, and then the Zoom call's over, I find myself going on a website, doing nothing. Like, it's just like an automatism, right? So, and every time I caught myself doing that, I was like, snap out, close the window, get to the next conversation. Really push yourself to get to the next conversation, to get to the next thing. Make little brainstorming sessions. This is also something very powerful that I did, is I take a piece of paper and I let the iPhone count down 3 minutes and I write down all the ideas that I have in order for productive activities on what I can do in order to bring the business forward. Now, I'm not talking about reinventing the wheel. This is the great thing about network marketing. You don't need to do that. Your sponsor, your upline, your system, it's already telling you what you can do. But yet there's a lot of things, if you how to say, the human brain, it works like a parachute, only like the mind, only if it's open. If the parachute's closed, it doesn't work. And if your mind is closed, it also doesn't work. You need to keep it open. Tony Robbins talks about resourcefulness. It's about staying resourceful. Who else can I talk to? What else can I do to produce volume? What else can I do to impact people's lives? What would be other ways to motivate my team? You know, not every single person is motivated the same way. Someone will run for money, but someone will run for recognition. Someone will run because he wants to be part of the whole thing. Somebody will run because of a challenge. And you need to know your people. Now, that's in particular for the leaders that are listening to this. This is a tool that I love to use, like to really individually try to see, okay, how can I help this leader for peak performance, for peak motivation, and I individually give them the challenges or the targets. Some people love targets. Other people hate that, right? And just try to get to know your people and build strong relationships. And this is something I have to say that I learned from my wife, Stefania Logato. She is the most unbelievable relationship person that I've ever met in my life. I'm an introvert person, really. If you meet me somewhere at a party or something, I usually don't talk to everybody. It's just my nature, right? I have to remind myself, hey, Danien, don't forget to talk to people, right? So I need to consciously do this. Stefania's not like this. You drop her with a parachute somewhere in a foreign village, and I come back 7 days later. She'll know everybody. She will know everybody's love story. She will know everybody's kids, and that's obviously great. So if you're extrovert like her, you have an amazing opportunity. But if you're introvert like me, you can still make it. But you have to purposely be extrovert and put your extrovert side out sometimes in order to do this networking that is required in this business to achieve success. And I'm very grateful that I had the chance from her to learn so much about, you know, how to be a better people person, and especially not just always be on the knowledge side, you know, what you can do, what's the best step, but also really to care more, because ultimately you can do everything right. But if you don't care about people, they will know that. And people don't know, people don't care how much you know unless they know how much you care, right? So guys, lots of information and obviously a crazy story. I had so many dreams in network marketing that I was able to achieve. And I know and I truly believe that lots of you can do the same. Don't do the mistake of just overestimating what can happen next week and, you know, in 10 days and in 3 months. But imagine what can happen in 10 years, right? Would it be worth it 10 years to go diamond? I think it's totally worth it. It is totally worth it because it's not just what you achieve, but also the person you become along the way. More self-confident, a better network, a better communicator, a better husband, a better father, maybe a better wife, daughter. There's so much potential. Also, the cultures and the culture and the values of this beautiful company, you know, that's been lived here at Jeunesse with Wendy Lewis, Scott Lewis. I love the Jeunesse Kids project and everything. It's because it's really meaningful. You know, it's not just about making money, because at the end of the day, every single business endeavor will result in making money if it's operated effectively and good, right? But it's more than that in Jeunesse. We're building a culture, we're building a family, we're building a global team, and I'm really honored and thankful to be able to speak into your lives today. So I know that a lot of you guys probably have the same motivation and the same feeling about this business than I have. And I want you to live that with your heart open, like open hearts, open excitement. Don't be afraid to believe, because believe and dreams is what fuels this business and also what will help other people to believe in it too. We live in a crazy world, guys, in a world where so many people tell us every day it's not possible and you can't do it. But this team, this culture in Jeunesse here is meeting every single day, telling each other we can do it. And you know what? It's enough, because we can and we do. So guys, so proud of you for everything what you're doing. Thank you so much for the Jeunesse corporate team to put this amazing event together. Thank you that I had a chance to contribute with my part, and I'm going to give back to the house. All the best, and thanks everybody for listening.
Damien. Thank you, Damien.